What's going on, guys? We're into September now. We got a couple weeks left of fluke season. There's a lot of bait, a lot of fish on the beach and the jetties. So I'm just going to go over a couple tactics that we like to use. I personally fluke fish on the beach a lot, so these are just some of the tricks that I come up with. First of all, just my combo. One that I use mostly, it's a SALTX 3000. It's a new SALTX, and a Century Weapon Junior. It's the 710. It's rated to 2 ounces, a quarter to 2 ounces. Just very good all-around rod. It gives me a lot of range. I can fish like light jigs and then up to heavier sinkers. It's just what I found comfortable. But there's a lot of different rods you can use. Just show first of all the rig that I fish a lot. It's just a simple sinker and a single dropper loop. And you can fish any kind of gulp on here. I fish sand deals a lot off the beach and the little mulls, a lot of small stuff. It's just simple. I tie a clip on the bottom so that I can change it out. So like here's kind of the same setup, just with a jig and a hair teaser or a little epoxy teaser. So it's the shop. Basically what the clip does is you could use one of these little weights and unclip it, put a jig on, or you can tie just like a loop at the bottom and you can take the sinker off that way if you have a bank sinker. This other rig is pretty much the same thing, just with a jig on the bottom. This is an owner jig, half-ounce owner jig. Just with a little teaser. I like to use light teasers just so I can feel the jig. I use real light line, like 15-pound fluoro, 15-pound braid. So it's all very light. Like hook sizes and stuff. Most of the time I'm just using like a 3/0 bait holder. So it fits most of the small gulps well. As far as jig heads, there's so many different ones. I use the BKK silent chasers a lot. The owners, that's what I have there. The KALINS jig heads work very well. These are just the weights that I had. They go quarter ounce, half ounce, 1 ounce. They just have the little ring on there so you can clip them on. You can also use bank sinkers with the loop. I use 15-pound fluoro. Here's already the HD, the pink. This is what I use. I think you can even use mono if you want. Little TA clips just to clip the jigs on. And then gulp you can use pretty much. I use most of the smaller stuff, the 4-inch mullets, 4-inch grubs. I use the sand deals a lot. Those are really good. Oh, and jerk shads. 6-inch and 5-inch jerk shads are really effective off the beach too. Another important part about fluking on the beach especially is you always want to keep the bait moving. You want to impart action to the rig. So you cast out. Most of the time the fish are in close, but you make a cast, and then once you let it hit the bottom, you feel it, and you start slowly reeling. You just want the rig to start moving, and then with kind of jerks of the rod tip, you want to make the sinker. So you're using this rig, you want to make it bounce off the bottom, and then with the current, your gulps will be back here, and it's going to be bouncing along, and the fish follows behind it. Same kind of thing with the jig. With the jigs, I use a little more of a popping action, so I want the jig hopping off the bottom like that, just because the sinker won't pick up as much debris as a jig with the hook on it. So I kind of hop that a little more. And sometimes they want it a little slower. Sometimes they want to pause. I pause it sometimes. It's kind of got to figure out what the fish are keening on that day. But that's just a quick little overview of how you work the rigs. So you still got a few weeks left. Get out there, catch some fish. Like I said, there's a lot of bait around, so there's going to be stripers too, bluefish, and there's albies and bonita and mackerel. So just get out there and you'll see some stuff. Thanks, guys.